But this is the thing. We have to have a biblical kind of foundation for talking about the way the world ought to be before we talk about the way we want the world to be through our own efforts. You follow? Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to note this, that humanity was created as part of God's Shalom project. That's the name of a book, by the way, by a guy named Bernhard Ott. If you want to check out a great little book on God's Shalom project. We were created on God's Shalom, as part of God's Shalom project. And so what are these relationships all about? There's 4 of them. Let me give this to you really quick. Number 1 is God. Human beings were designed in such a way that we had this intimate connection to the Creator. We are the looking after creature in God's good world. This is a different kind of connection than the lions get, than the tigers get, than the bears get. Oh my, like this is a different kind of thing, right? Like this is this intimacy that we can know God. And in case we didn't get the point, God becomes a human being and embodies what perfect image bearing looks like. His name is Jesus. If you want to know the script and where it's headed, it's human beings are good, they're beautiful, they mess up. So Jesus says, you don't have to mess up. Let me show you a better way to be human. And so the Christian life is all about saying, if I can follow this Jesus, I can know what it means to become more and more alive as a human being, because this is what God wanted in the first place. So God. The second one is others. The word Adam in Hebrew is actually a plural kind of word. Like there's this sense that there's this plurality of human beings even in the story and the way it's told itself. Now, this isn't to say that, Adam and Eve, as they're portrayed in the story, aren't also like autonomous characters. But there's this sense that the word for human and the word for Adam are similar, and there's these plays on words. What we get the idea is that at the end of it, Adam is like doing his thing, and God's like, being alone isn't a good idea. You need someone with you. And this, by the way, isn't a complementary partner. This is a co-equal partner in the story, in case you're wondering, that this woman and this man equally bear the image of God, equally have gifts to serve in this world. And it's not until something goes wrong that suddenly we start to see a trip in that script. But if we're Jesus people, we say, no, we don't live in Genesis chapter 3 where the story goes wrong. We actually live in Genesis 1 and 2 where the story is right. That's what it means to be a follower of the way of Jesus. And so, others. We're also in this pattern for creation. When you look at dirt, it should make you say, God is awesome, even if it's yucky dirt, right? Like when you look at trees, God is awesome. When I see squirrels, God is awesome. And then I start running because I'm kind of like a puppy. But that's a different problem. That's something I'm working on. Anyway, so creation. We're designed to have relationship with creation. Here's the other one. We are designed to have an intimate relationship with ourselves. This is the one that in American culture we often do so poorly. And let me tell you what I think's at the heart of it. We have bought the lie that individualism is what it means to be a human being, that I should have my autonomous situation, my autonomous rights, and as I figure out my autonomy in this world, then I'll start doing nice things for other people, but it's rooted in my autonomy. Actually, in this web of relationships, you're never autonomous. You're connected to the dirt, you're connected to a God, and you're connected to other people. It's not autonomy. But knowing yourself is this, that there is a God in heaven who died on my behalf to liberate me from the shame and messiness of my story so that I can come back into those 4 relationships in the way that I was supposed to in the first place.